YouTube, today we're trying out a brand new team featuring a team you might know if you have played 2019 in Ultra Series. This was Graham Amity's second place NAIC team featuring Lunala and Kyogre that's been adjusted for Gen 8. If you want to go check out the team and the creator, go check out Graham. Links in the description down below. But yes, we are going to be trying out because I don't know how Lunala does, because I don't know. It feels like pretty rough with Dynamax available. It just doesn't seem like a great Dynamax Pokemon. But hey, we'll try it out and we'll see how it goes. We got Mienshao, which is a pretty fun staple back in Series 10 with no max, but it is now entering the Dynamax format. So kind of curious on how this team will perform. But if you do want to check out the details of the team, again, paste been available in the description down below. Grab the rental team. But let's get started and play some games. All right, we got Regigigas, Weezing, Zacian, Kyogre, Whimsicott, and Incineroar. So pretty scary. They actually have a few Pokemon that do seem pretty threatening. Specifically, the Regigigas Weezing duo is a little bit terrifying. Does neutralizing gas? No, I'm pretty sure Shadow Shield actually is still active during that period, so that's actually kind of nice. Biggest problem I think I see here is the Zacian. Zacian is just really scary for this team in general, but if I can get Kyogre under Airstreams, that is huge, I think, against this team. So that's going to be the goal here. So I think Mienshao plus Lunala is pretty solid with the fake out. I think it's really good here. So I want to say I lead that with Kyogre in the back for sure. And then the last Pokemon, Ligo, not really that great. I want to say it's Tapu Koko here. Tapu Lele just doesn't accomplish much with its set, I think. It can, like, it doesn't even have Psy Shock to deal with the Kyogre, and I think that's pretty big. And I think having Electro Web here is nice. Also, it's a physical Tapu Koko, so Wall Charge actually hits the Kyogre for a lot of damage here. So, and I think Electro Web's just pretty huge in general in this matchup, especially with, I think Speed Control is going to be huge, of course, because it is against the Tailwind on the Whimsicott, which I don't exactly have to match here, because Lunala doesn't get Tailwind in this generation. So let us see how this matchup is going to go. I would say that the most important tools here is getting a speed control with my Kyogre with Airstream from Lunala, and then basically getting rid of that Whimsicott as quick as possible is the goal here. So we're gonna see Regigigas Weezing though, which is okay. That's okay for me, I'm pretty sure. Oh, I really hope that this goes how I think it should. I really do hope so. This is okay here, I think. I can go for a... Should I just close combat the Regigigas? I guess I just close combat the Regigigas slot here. No, I want to Rock Tomb, actually. Yeah, I do want to Rock Tomb. Close combat might two-shot. I just don't know if the Weezing is going to protect or not this turn. I would say most likely it does, right? Because I could fake out, go for a second move into the Weezing, and it just gets the KO. I want Airstream and Rock Tomb here. Yeah, I like the Rock Tomb in the Regigigas, so I can always guarantee the speed here in case Regigigas doesn't protect here, and I think Airstream's always a play. Oh, I don't have a Psychic move. I think Airstream should just be okay, though. Let's see. This could get a little bit risky here. We are going to see the max come out. I'm assuming that the last two Pokemon is probably one of the restricteds for sure. I'd imagine it's probably Zacian, and then maybe Whimsicott is the last Pokemon. We're going to see the Gigas Dynamax. Okay. Now, hopefully I'm pretty sure Lunala with Dynamax can live one attack from the Regigigas, even if it's like the Darkest Lariat Max Darkness. So hopefully my suspicion is correct, because if not, we're having a lot of trouble here. And I mean a lot of trouble. This Rock Tomb is going to come in clutch though, because it allows my Lunala to outspeed the Gigas, even if they go for like Max Strike, for instance, a turn one into my slot here. So Dynamax to Lunala. Didn't get a Meteor Beam off, but that's okay here. Let's see, did they protect? No protect at all. Good play on their part. Okay, Rock Tomb into Gigas is able to lower the speed. I am able to get an Airstream up into the Weezing. How much damage is this going to do? Hopefully a decent amount. Not bad. That is max ghost range, but it's probably going to protect the next turn. That means this is probably Wisp into the Mienshao slot though, which is a little bit unfortunate. Max Darkness does come out. No surprise. This shouldn't KO with Shadow Shield. Oh, I guess Shadow Shield isn't affected. Oh boy. Is this okay? This is probably okay. It's not great, but it's okay. Yeah, that's awkward. Okay, Shadow Shield is not affected. And this is Taunt. Okay, that's actually not that bad at all. Okay. So they taunted, which is interesting, not Wisp. I mean, that's Kyogre in, and I think Close Combat Water Spout will blow away the Regigigas and Weezing combination. So I am okay with that 100%. So yeah, this is a big close combat into Regigigas and a water spout. I don't see why I wouldn't go for this play. I mean, I have the offensive momentum here. Sure, we're not in rain, but hopefully this is able to do enough. We see a protect from Weezing. That's okay here. That was pretty bad then. Maybe I should have maxed Guardian immediately. Yeah, water spout should probably KO Regigigas, I think, in that range. That looks like if it was no max, it'd be probably around 50%. So water spout is going to come out from the Kyogre. And this is Mystic Water, so we should pick up a knockout here. Yeah, okay, perfect. Okay, so Lunala, not exactly proving that's good. I thought Shadow Shield, I guess Neutralizing Gas does ignore Shadow Shield. I thought Shadow Shield was one of the few abilities that Neutralizing Gas didn't affect, but that's actually really good to know. So, yeah, or Lunala is just not that great. But, yeah, because it's weird because, like, Moongeist Beam would ignore usually abilities. Like, but Shadow Shield actually blocked Moongeist Beam. So Neutralizing Gas, I guess, is on a different level, which is a really unique dynamic. So what's my opponent going to bring in? If it's... I'd probably say it's Zacian. I'd probably just go for Rock Tomb Origin Pulse right here. If it's Kyogre, I just click Close Combat to Water Spout. Or I click Rock Tomb, but I think Close Combat's always correct here. What is this Kyogre spread? It is max speed. Okay, perfect. I just want to make sure that we had... Yeah, because I was like pretty confident we were max speed. Yeah. Zacian going to come in. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to click Origin Pulse and I'm going to click... I could Protect and Rock Tomb, but they might target my Mienshao. And I might as well just get rid of Weezing while I can. So yeah, we're going to Close Combat Origin Pulse. Also, they don't have the attack boost yet, so I don't think they can knock out my Kyogre. They would have to be Play Rough, which I would say they probably are. And they have to switch out the Weezing here. But that also risks me Rock Tombing, so I don't know what this Zacian wants to do here. It could go for the Play Rough, but it also could be scared of that Rock Tomb situation. They could maybe protect the Zacian, switch out the Weezing. I'm not sure if that's like that great. It really just depends, because like if I attack here, whatever's switching in is taking a lot of damage. So they say in. Why is that Zacian slower than my Mienshao? Oh wait, no, I have an Airstream. Oh wait, I had an Airstream this entire time. I could have just went for Water Spout. Actually, no. I mean, Rock Tomb. My bad. Rock Tomb and a Water Spout. Yeah. I don't think I would have done that, though. I forgot about the Airstream. Oh, jeez. Okay. Hit the Origin Pulse just on the Zacian. That's fine. Okay. As long as we hit the Zacian, because that's the thing that has the most threatening damage potential right here. Oh, we don't pick up a knockout. They Willow. What? Why would you Willow my Kyogre? I guess you want to chip. I don't know about that one. I don't know about that one. Is it actually... I don't know about that one. I really don't. Okay, Close Combat to Zacian. We're going to Water Spout here. This is probably Protect Zacian and sack Weezing here, I'd imagine. I mean, yeah, I'm just going to go for a Water Spout here. Zacian's going to Protect here. No surprise. I guess the question is, what is the last move? I mean, what's the last Pokemon and what's your item on the last Pokemon? Because if it's Kyogre and if it's Scarf, that's actually a little bit concerning. If it's Whimsicott, we should probably just win this, because I just click Close Combat and Ice Beam in his Zacian. So we should win that. Neutralizing Gas wears off. We are going to see the attack boost here from the Zacian. Okay. Rain's going to get set up, which doesn't really... It affects my damage output, but I don't think it really matters. Why did they Willow my Kyogre? Taunt wears off, which could matter, I guess, if I want to Wide Guard here. I don't know if I would make that play. Kyogre is the last Pokemon here. Okay. So... I guess the question is, what does Zacian do? Does it attempt to double protect, or do they... Because I could Rock Tomb here. The only problem with that is that means that I think I gotta rely on Zacian not getting it right. Because Close Combat into Origin Pulse, I doubt KOs or Kyogre anyway. So I think I have to rely on the Close Combat, unfortunately. And I'm gonna click Origin Pulse here. So let's see if Zacian gets a double. Okay, it doesn't, thankfully. All right. I guess the question also is there Kyogre Scarf? If their Kyogre Scarf unlocks into Origin Pulse, this is actually still pretty bad. Because I don't know if the Origin Pulse knocks out the Tapu Koko, because it's a bulky Tapu Koko, but I mean, this is Kyogre. We're either Speed Tied. Okay, I can't tell. We're Speed Tied at least. That's all I know. Confirmed. Origin Pulse didn't do that much, so I don't think it's Mystic Water. Maybe it's like Max Speed Assault Vest? I don't think that's like... I don't know. Origin Pulse is going to come out, though, into their side. Good damage. It's actually like a 3-shot. Wow. Why was Origin Pulse so weak there? I mean, we always go Tapu Koko. We protect the Tapu Koko. We just click Origin Pulse into their Kyogre. Because if they because they can't punish me, right? We keep the spread damage here if it is Scarf and Origin Pulse does knock out Tapu Koko, which is pretty important. So yeah, we just click Origin Pulse here. We protect our Tapu Koko. Oh, we don't have Protect. Never mind, that plan kind of went down the drain. We're gonna Wild Charge it. Origin Pulse. Oh, geez. Are you Scarf Kyogre? I could definitely see Scarf Kyogre on this team. Oh, they're gonna forfeit. Okay, so it's not Scarf Kyogre. Because if you're Scarf Kyogre, you definitely go for it there, I think. Yeah, you would definitely go for the attack there. So I got bailed out there, I guess. But I think overall, it seemed pretty solid for the most part. If the Zacian got the double protects, my Tapu Koko has to outspeed their Zacian. And most Zacians are pretty fast in the format, so I'd imagine. I mean, if it was adamant bulky, maybe. I mean, it did look pretty bulky based on it living close combat and the spread Origin Pulse. Even if it was out of range, that's still pretty bulky, so maybe Tapu Koko outsped. But it also, again, came down to that Kyogre's item. Looks like it wasn't a Choice Scarf. I think I made... Well, it's just really good to know about the Xiaoxiu now, because I did not know about that the first time. So I guess maybe the better play is like to rock to Max Guard. I don't know. There's like always mind games, right? Because it's always like, does the Weezing protect or not? I guess since my opponent went for the Max Darkness anyway, it was fine to attack with the Weezing because I had to rock to him in that case in order to get hit off in the Weezing. I guess it would depend on if it's Sash or not, but I would imagine it's probably Sash Weezing. So there's like a lot of layers, I think, to that turn one that like what could have happened. But yeah, I mean, I wasted my Dynamax Restrict for nothing, I guess. So maybe not the most optimal thing, but it worked out at least. If you currently enjoyed the content you're watching and want to see more of it, make sure you check out my other YouTube channels, my second YouTube channel, my Eclipse channel, and of course, make sure you follow the action live on my Twitch channel. All links available in the description down below. Okay, this is an interesting team comp. We have Dragapult, Zamazenta, Moltres, the Galar form, Togekiss, Paraforn, and Kyogre. So Kyogre plus Zamazenta, I'm not sure how good this is gonna go, because I don't know if the support moves really benefit Kyogre that Zamazenta would have. Let's see here though. Man, that Moltres looks actually very, very difficult here. That Moltres does look very difficult. So does the Fairforn. This team doesn't exactly do well against Fairforn either. Maybe I go with like... The problem is that Dragapult is actually like one of the scariest Pokemon here. Like it really is a bad matchup. But let's try out Mienshao Lunala. I think it's just a very safe comfort lead here. I think it does pretty well otherwise. I think I have the Kyogre for sure. I need the damage output, and I guess Tapu Koko since like my only Moltres answer if it's Assault Vest. Also, my opponent does have 3 electric weeks, so probably the best option. Tapu Lele is a good backup, I guess, for Dragapult, but that only matters if the Dragapult is either like really chipped during Dynamax, or if I'm able to stall out Dynamaxes, which I don't think I would be able to do, and effectively at least. So let's see what my opponent's gonna go for, because this looks like a really, I don't know. There's some members that look really interesting here, but Paraforn lead with Togekiss. What? Okay. So this might look like a weird play, but I'm gonna close combat and Meteor Beam the Fairforn slot, because if Togekiss wants to protect turn 1, I do a lot of damage to the Fairforn. If they follow me, I get to knock on Togekiss with close combat plus Meteor Beam, I'm pretty sure. I guess the only way this backfires is if Fairforn protects here and Togekiss... Oh, why do I speak this place of life? Why do I speak this place of life? Remind me to never open my mouth again towards this. Okay. At least I get the Meteor Beam power boost at least. But yeah, that was not great. Dazzling Gleam. It breaks my Boltai or my Shadow Shield and the Focus Sash. Breaks me down to my Focus Sash. Yeah, that looks pretty rough. Can I go Tapu Koko here? I could probably go Tapu Koko here. This is probably body press into the Tapu Koko slot. So you know what? I'm going to Meteor Beam again. I'm going to Meteor Beam the Togekiss. I think I have another backup plan in mind. Okay. Hold on. Get Tapu Koko in. Let's see if the Togekiss should follow me here, I'd imagine. Maybe they protect. I could see either play. So my plan here is to Airstream and get like boost with my Lunala. Yeah, they follow me here. This should always be a take the knockout into me and Shao. Whether they're gonna greed the I think it's whether they greed the Iron Defense here, or I mean not Iron Defense, Leech Seed, or they go for the body press, which okay, they go for the Leech Seed into Lunala. Okay. I guess that's okay for me. Because Lunala, as long as it has multiple turns available, I'm okay with the spot. You know what? I'm gonna go for the Airstream with my Tapu Koko. Gonna go for the Airstream and Meteor Beam. Because I don't really care about the Ferrothorn. I'm gonna leave the Ferrothorn alone for now. Because I have a +2 Lunala that'll dish out a lot of damage. If it is the Leech Seed Iron Defense body press set, it cannot touch my what's it called? My Lunala. So I guess we're gonna try Dynamax here. Because Dragapult is the biggest problem, I think. And also this can help against the Moltres. Hit Protect, okay. That actually could be bad for them. A double Protect, okay, that's cool. I'm actually surprised they protect Ferrothorn since Tapu Koko doesn't have anything for that, but that works out for me. I get free Airstream off into the Togekiss here, which is nice. And I can go for Max Lightning into the Togekiss. The only problem is this just doesn't have any attack investment, so I don't know if I can even knock out. But the thing is, I only went for the Meteor Beam with Lunala the second time around was to get the special attack boost. So that's what we're doing here. We're going to go for a Max Lightning into the Togekiss slot. This is off the wall charge, right? Yeah, this one's off wall charge. So we go for Max Lightning here, and we're going to go for a Moongeist Beam into the Ferrothorn. As Ferrothorn is kind of annoying. We're probably just going to see Follow Me anyway. Yep. So this is okay. If we don't pick up a knockout into the Togekiss here with Max Lightning, I think it's okay. I'm assuming this is probably... I don't know what kind of Togekiss you are. Okay, you're not physically defensive, which makes sense because it's really hard to live like a Zacian. It's like impossible to live Zacian on attack realistically without Babiri. Moongeist Beam in the Ferrothorn. This is +2. I get like a lot of chip into it. That's pretty big. Like all their max moves just aren't really that effective against me. Wow, I crit knockout. Jeez. Okay, goodbye Ferrothorn. That's huge. All right, that means my only issue is that the Moltres is now a problem because I don't know if it's going to be Sucker Punch coming out. Dragapult going to come in. Is it Dragapult Moltres? Yeah, I think it's Dragapult Moltres. No, it's Zamazenta. Okay. So this is interesting because it's a really weird situation now. I have to get a read right. So the problem is that Dragapult could actually reverse sweep me. So I definitely have to get an Airstream up. The question is, who do I Moongeist Beam? Because I have no idea, like, what are you going to go for? I don't have a safe defensive play here, unfortunately. Because I just go down to both attacks here. I feel like I double up the Zamazenta, but my opponent has... Oh. We also don't know if the Dragapult has Protect. It might not. I'm just going to go for the Moongeist Beam in the Zamazenta. Let's see if this works. A Dynamax here. This could be Dragapult just for max guard because they might be like 3 attacks and then like Willow, but we'll find out. Oh boy. This is very spooky here. Very, very spooky. So let's find out what you're going for. Okay, no protects. That's probably okay for me, realistically. I should knock out Zamazenta. I'm at +2 with the Lunala. I would have actually been fine if Ferrothorn like didn't get crit because I could have just focused down whatever slot with like Meteor Beam. So, or Moongeist Beam rather. Because like I would have probably just been able to like keep doubling up the slot and Ferrothorn would have not been able to do anything other than like Leech Seed, and that would have taken so many turns to stall me out. Yeah, I'm able to get rid of another crit Lunala. Okay. That doesn't matter for that one. I think that one was +2. So this is always... Why Dragon? I guess because you don't need the defense drop. Okay. It does knock out the Lunala anyway. Okay. Lowers my attack. Not that big of a deal. We go out into... It doesn't matter what we go for here. I go Kyogre, I guess. I mean, this is still going to be pretty tough of an end game, realistically. Tapu Koko's Dynamax is over. Can Wall Charge paralyze? It can, right? Or does it only just recoil here? No, it only does recoil. Okay. So, Electro Web doesn't change anything here unless it's not Clear Body, which I don't think that would make sense in the VGC Dragapult here. So I guess I just go for Brave Bird. And I just go for Rock Tomb. Not much I can do here. They're probably going to get an Airstream, maybe a Phantasm up. Raper comes out. Decent damage. We're just chipping away for Ice Beam from Kyogre, and Kyogre has to live a hit. Hopefully it does. Here comes an Airstream into Mienshao. Okay. So they didn't take Rock Tomb damage. That's okay. This is probably Phantasm coming out next turn. Okay, this is where it gets really scary. Can Kyogre finish off the job is my question. Electric Terrain disappears, doesn't change anything. If this is special Dragapult, that's best case scenario. Like, that would be best case scenario, but I highly doubt it's... I really highly doubt it's going to be special Dragapult, especially with Airstream. I mean, they can run Airstream mix, I suppose, but I just can't really see it being this set. So, Raper going to come out into the Dragapult and Ice Beam into the Dragapult as well. I have to attack here because if they Phantasm drop me, it's really bad because then they could fire off darts consistently. So I think I have to attack regardless because I don't think I'm doing enough with Brave Bird to like the Dragapult outside of Dynamax. So decent damage. Whirlwind comes out once again. Okay. Pyro does survive the attack. Okay, perfect. All right, excellent. Excellent. We're able to get an Ice Beam off. Huge. And then Brave Bird. And since they didn't get an Airstream, I should... Oh, that does way less than I thought. I mean, we're still fine, right? Because I'm pretty sure 2 Brave Birds, especially with Life Orb Chip, will knock out the Tapu Koko. Or not Tapu Koko, the Dragapult here. I'm -2, but I outspeed you. And I 2-shot you. I just Ice Beam here, right? Or I could Protect. Yeah, I could Protect here, actually. Because, like, they Phantom Force if they have to target the Tapu Koko and then they lose, right? So they would have the Darts here to target the Kyogre if they want to knock out this turn. Brave Bird going to come out. So, let's see. Can we... Ooh, okay. I'm pretty sure we still knock out anyway. They do Darts here, yeah. I didn't even have... Like, there was no reason not to Protect, though. Realistically. Like, they only... Their moves were probably, like, Phantom Force... Dragon Darts, Fly, and I'm assuming Protect. So I don't think they had a single safe way to knock out the Tapu Koko in that position that wasn't Phantom Force. And if they Phantom Force the Tapu Koko slot, again, I would just Ice Beam them after their Phantom Force is over. So I would win regardless. That was going to be forfeited. Lunala able to actually put in work there. It's actually funny because if I didn't crit the Fairforn, I actually had a better shot of winning, I think. And even though that turn 1 was like awful because I realized the play afterward, because that was a really good play on my opponent's part, and I just kind of like forgot that the Fairforn could Protect there because I thought like, oh, my opponent's going to try to greed the setup right here potentially. Yeah, that's not exactly what worked because I thought my opponent would be scared of potential Meteor Beam, but they might not have known I was Meteor Beam as well, so that also is a consideration. So not exactly the best turn 1 start, but hey, we were able to finish it off at least. And Lunala, again, I don't think the second crit mattered on the Zamazenta. The crit on Fairform probably did, but I would have been fine if I didn't crit because like Fairform was not doing anything against my team and I could just focus down the other slot at the end of the day with Lunala and just like Moongeist beam through their entire team and then deal with the Fairform in the late game. I think was like pretty easy. Very unique restricted pairing. Solgaleo plus Kyurem White with Tornadus, the Grimmsnarl, Entei, and Rillaboom. Actually a pretty scary team. They got quite a few options, especially with like the Tailwind and Brutal Swing option from the Torn, I'm imagining. They got the Entei, which I'm assuming has Bulldoze, which is actually kind of scary for my team. So yeah, definitely a lot of threats right here. A Kyogre I do want to bring. Lunala I want to bring. Do I want to bring Tapu Koko's the question? I never bring like these two. Maybe I bring Lele in this matchup because I don't have the best answers to Kyurem here. I probably actually bring the Lele now that I think about it. Nihilego, it does well against Entei and Rillaboom, but it doesn't do well against everything else. Well, Torn it does, and I guess it can hit Grimmsnarl, but I'm only Acid Spray, so it doesn't really change anything. I'm gonna go with like Mienshao, Lunala lead, I think. Have Kyogre and Lele in the back. I gotta prevent Tailwind, and I don't know if they're gonna bring Grim. If they bring Grim, that's okay. I have again, I have like the Tapu Lele, which can stop like shenanigans. The Nihilego is just not that great here because Kyurem probably has Earth Power, I'd imagine, or Max Quake option. Although I do think that Solgaleo is probably Dynamaxing this matchup. I think that Kyurem's going to stay in its regular form, as I think that the bigger threat is going to be that Solgaleo. We'll see though. It's at least I have a Lunala, which can dish out quite a bit of damage. The only problem, of course, is going to be that policy activation. So we're going to see the Grimmsnarl Solgaleo lead. Okay, that's all right by me. So I can go for Fake Out into their Grimmsnarl slot, and I can go for a Meteor Beam here. That's not too bad. I will fake out the Grimmsnarl slot, and I think I will go for a Meteor Beam. I think that's all right. I could go for an attack right away, but is there a point? Not really. I think I would rather just Meteor Beam here and fake out. I don't know. I think Solgaleo probably goes on the offensive here. I'm imagining this is like this turn would probably be Light Screen here into a Steel Spike or Quake, I guess. But Solgaleo doesn't do that much damage without like a boosting item or the policy activation. The only issue, I guess, is if Grimmsnarl has Sucker Punch. That's the only I think upcoming threat coming soon, so that could be an issue. Solgaleo is going to come out Dynamax though. Okay, if I could stall out the Dose or the Solgaleo's Dynamax and utilize it effectively for my Lunala to be positioned well, I think that'd probably be the key here, because that is probably something I'm going to have to do. Fake out into Grim and a Meteor Beam right on the Grimmsnarl. I don't think Meteor Beam's going to KO anyway, so I don't think that changes anything, especially since I'm probably planning to Airstream the next turn into that Grimmsnarl slot. So here goes a Meteor Beam. This hopefully does an okay amount of damage to that Grimmsnarl. The question is, what does Solgaleo do? If it goes for Max Quake, a little bit tough. If they Steel Spike, probably better for me, but still not amazing. Yeah, I didn't pick up the knockout into Grimmsnarl. Like, they do Quake here though. Let's see which slot. Probably the Lunala. Yep. Okay. Shao Shield. Yeah, it doesn't do that much damage. Okay. Don't Sucker Punch and we're good. Don't Sucker Punch and we're good. Don't Sucker Punch the Solgaleo specifically. You can Sucker Punch my Lunala. I'm switching to Lele here. So we go into Lele. We click our Airstream into the Grimmsnarl. So the Solgaleo's +1 special defense might get a Light Screen up. It's not too bad. Kyogre usually beats the Solgaleo if it's not like Wild Charge, I think. And even if it's Wild Charge, I mean, I guess it has going to have boost. At least defensively. I'm not sure if I'm going to give it a policy boost just yet. And they don't really have the best ways to activate a policy with the Airstream up. Because if it's Torn coming in, after the Grimmsnarl gets knocked out, you can go for Tailwind, or you could just feint to a double up. That's the options I'm giving it. And then if Entei comes in, I just click Psychic and Airstream, and yeah. Or maybe I go for the Ghost. Not sure yet. As we're going to see a Light Screen. Not surprised here. Okay. That's fine. So if they Steel Spike my Lele slot, that's the only problematic. Would it be problematic? It depends. They have Rillaboom in the back. I guess that's kind of annoying. But yeah, Airstream into the Grim. Picks up a knockout. They have Light Screen and the special defense boost, and I wouldn't be surprised if they go for another Quake here. Let's see. Yep, they go for another Quake into Lunala, I'd imagine. Oh, into the Lele side, which is actually ideal because I don't need HP on the Lele. I only need HP on Lunala, so that's actually ideal. So this is a +2 Solgaleo under Light Screen. I'm not doing any damage to it. Whatever does come in though, Torn definitely goes down to a double up. So I'm in okay position against that. I will always go for a Psychic here into an Airstream and a Torn, I think. I guess if it's bulky Torn, that's I don't know if I actually pick up the knock on bulky Torn because of Light Screen. I outspeed Solgaleo with the Lele, I think, with the +1 Airstream plus the Choice Scarf. So that's at least a benefit here. Rillaboom comes in. Okay. I could probably max guard here. I probably go Mienshao and max guard. Yeah, I go Mienshao here and max guard, I think. I could attack here. The only issue is I don't know what the Rillaboom item is. And there's also a threatening max move from the Solgaleo. I also don't know. I feel like this is like Grassy Glide Quake into like Lunala, but we'll find out. I think having the Psychic Terrain is way more valuable. The Psychic Terrain does prevent the Grassy Glide from like being priority and the damage boost as well. So let's bring out the Mienshao and protect our Lunala. Bulldoze. Oh, wait, that's the Bulldoze? It's Scarf? Was not expecting that one. Okay. Bulldoze Rillaboom. Did they Quake my... Okay, they Steel Spike. That's okay. Okay, that's not as bad. I mean, that should be Assault. Oh, this is annoying. The Solgaleo is actually boosted here. Okay. The Solgaleo didn't take an attack boost. I mean, a Steel Spike boost, though, at least. Okay, I can fake out Rillaboom at least. So I fake out the Rillaboom slot and I go for a... Do I go for a ghost here or do I just airstream? I feel like I always just airstream. Yeah, I always just airstream. Even if it's Copa Berry, Rillaboom, I think it's probably Assault Vest if it has Bulldoze. Wait, it's Scarf, isn't it? Unless the Solgaleo is like super slow. But that could be an option too. I'm not sure like what the speed tiers are here. It could be like max speed Rilla. Okay, Solgaleo protects, which is ideal. Okay. The Solgaleo has policy activated, so I can fire off attacks after. Nice. Fake out here. Into Airstream. I guess this is Scarf. Oh, that has to be Scarf Rilla, right? Because it outsped my Lunala. Okay. So if it's Scarf Rillaboom, do I really care? I mean, it's bulldozing, so I guess I could just Moongeist Beam the... I mean, my Mienshao has... I was what HP of gained the Sash back. Okay. So what do I do here? I can close combat the Solgaleo twice and probably pick up the knockout, I'd imagine. I think that's always the play here. If I lose Lunala here, how bad is it? Not really that bad, I think. I'm going to close combat here and I'm going to Moongeist Beam the Rillaboom. Let's see who they bring in. They could switch out to Rillaboom, which I think would be a very smart play on their part, but I have no idea. Close combat and Moongeist Beam picks up the knockout Solgaleo because it has +2 special defense and a light screen. I'd rather just close combat to Solgaleo here. Wait, it's not Scarf? They go for Glide? Doesn't KO at least. That's pretty good. Okay, then it's just like a slow soul, right? Does it knock out Lunala is the question? Probably, I'd imagine. So we're able to knock out the Rillaboom, which is really nice here. And here comes the close combat into Soul. We know it has Earthquake. Close combat does almost half. Unfortunately, it's not a 3-shot. Sunsteel Strike comes out. This could target either slot realistically. I'd imagine. Okay, so it looks like Lunala here. Yeah. Picks up the knockout? Yeah, I'd imagine so. Okay. Who's the last Pokemon? That's the big one. This last Pokemon's really going to decide it all. So this means the Soul is slower than my Kyogre always. Because if the Rillaboom wasn't Scarf, which it should be max speed Rillaboom then, which is slower than max speed Kyogre. Kyurem. Oh, I forgot that was a Pokemon. I forgot that was a Pokemon. Okay. It's slower than my Kyogre though. Oh, this is awkward. So I can close combat a slot and Water Spout. If the Kyurem was slower here, so I guess I can close combat Water Spout to Solgaleo, or I could close combat to Kyurem. It's a mind game here. I think it's more likely that they protect Kyurem, but we'll find out, I suppose. I think it's okay for me to Water Spout here and close combat to Soul anyway, because afterward I get Lele in and I click Moonblast plus Water Spout. Potentially. Yeah, Kyurem protects. Excellent. All right. Close combat to Soul. Nice. Kyra should be faster than Soul. Unless my math is horrendously wrong. The fact that Rillaboom outsped. Yeah, okay, perfect. Okay. Goodbye, Soul. I don't care if you're +2 Spadef with light screen. You are at like super low HP. Goodbye. Yeah, and now this game's over. I have a Scarf Lele in the back. I have close combat pressure and I Water Spout. If they protected Soul there and Kyurem went on an attack, that was okay, right? Because they either freeze dry my Kyogre, which is okay because that means I close combat Origin Pulse the next turn, and then I just have to hit Origin Pulse, which isn't the most ideal, but it is pretty like heavily in our favor. And then if they went for the KO on Mienshao, I just click Moonblast Water Spout and Kyurem the next turn. I guess it would have came down to how much damage I did with my others. I guess that could have been a thing. Yeah. Now that I think about it. I thought it was more likely they protected Kyurem though, because close combat probably annihilated them. But yeah, close combat into Kyurem, it does annihilate them. Mienshao, I get some work in this. Love to see it. All right. Mienshao, able to clean up the game. And whew, that was scary. Luckily was able to get, I think, a few good turns. I did not expect a Bulldoze on Rillaboom. I didn't know that it got access to it, but I did not expect it on this team. So, okay. That was really threatening, but we were able to pull it out, I think, with like proper setup. I think we were able to prevent like the Grimmsnarl from getting too much accomplished. And then the Soul didn't really get the policy boost until that surprise Bulldoze. But even then, I think we were still able to accomplish a lot, especially like getting rid of Rillaboom, which was like important for my Lele and Kyogre, and also my Mienshao kind of. Gusty Glide also didn't luckily crit me or anything. So yeah, Overall, was able to dish out a lot of damage in the end game with like close combat, water spout pressure. And that is the show. Overall, team was actually pretty good, I think, for the most part. There's some things that I don't think it really handles that well. I think that it doesn't exactly do well against Seismitoad for sure. I played a few Seismitoad and this team didn't seem to have a matchup against Seismitoad. It was really rough for it. But otherwise, it was like pretty powerful, I think, for the most part. The Lunala actually accomplished more than I thought. And yeah, overall, Mienshao was actually pretty solid, and Tapu Koko actually did some work too. If you did enjoy the video, be sure to leave a like down below, leave a comment down below. It really does help me out. And if you want to check out Graham and the pace spin of the team, go check it out. Links in the description down below. Grab the team with the rental code. But otherwise, you can check out the rest of my stuff that I do, more battles that I accomplish here on Series 12. But yeah, thank you all for tuning in. Have a great day, people. And until we bow again, I'll catch y'all later.